are good to start cracking on, I hope. Anyway, yes, I am recording. You can hear my audio. Welcome to the stream. The first ever no-code frame build. So yeah, let's get into it. Basically, I'll start off by sort of introducing the concept of this channel. So I am going to try and do a no-code frame build every week, or at least some sort of low-code frame build using warpcast tools. So warpcast tools, if you aren't familiar with warpcast, get on it, essentially. If you're joining from Twitter, warpcast.com, join up. And warpcast tools is like the first thing I'll mention here is the tools that we're going to be using. It was built by Undefined. Undefined is here. That's Hikaru, but this is his profile. He's the mind behind Farcaster, Mint Club, and now, of course, warpcast tools. So warpcast tools allows people to build frames using a no-code interface, which is really, really cool and really innovative. It's probably, in my opinion, the best no-code frame builder out there in terms of UI and everything. Especially, Nana also has a good one, but I think this one, for me, is definitely the way to go. And today, I guess the third channel that I will mention is Milo. We're going to be building a frame, the first ever mini game for the Milo channel. Again, join the channel if you're not in already. A lot of fun. First things first. Let's close some of these up and go to warpcast.tools.com. I'll guide you through the process of setting up on warpcast tools. So basically, you head to warpcast.tools, warpcast.tools. That's what it's called. No .com needed. And you head to the dead simple frame creator. When you click on this, it won't log you in automatically like I have. You'll have to you don't need to sync your Warpcast account, but you can. The main thing is to sync your wallet, and that will log you in. To actually gain access to the frame creator, you'll need to pay. It's a monthly subscription of 0.0055 ETH, which is about $10 or something, and it's well worth it. Definitely worth the price of admission if you're committed to building some frames using this tool, even just basic simple ones. And I guess the purpose of today's stream is to demonstrate why it is so useful and what you can actually do using this frame. So today, what we're going to build is a little mini game again for Milo. Is going to be called Milo's Brain Game. It's going to be a little brain teaser game, little memory game that requires people to remember faces and names, just a basic thing, and then we'll be able to mint an NFT if they get all of the correct answers. So I'll go through the interface of the frame creator. So here you'll see your main frame. You can choose either a little rectangular view or a square view. Frames come in both. So depending on what you feel is correct. And here you'll see all your options. So you can simply add a new page and you'll be on the second page. That was my first page, the rectangle one. Now my second page is a square one. Generally, I would suggest if you're going with rectangle, go with rectangle the whole time. If you're going with square, go with square the whole time. It makes it much more intuitive. You'll see later on, I'll be breaking that rule for this particular frame, which is typical, but in general, I will be following that rule. So first things first, let's upload an image. So I will upload the first image, which will just be sort of the title screen, and this is where I'm breaking the rule. So this is, I think, 1.6 by 1 image you'll need to do. And this is just the title screen for the frame. And the way to sort of make it go to the next screen, right? The next screen will actually be the game. So I'll insert my GIF. So we'll go back to this. And the way to do it is through a button, obviously. And the button interface is, again, you simply click on the button here. You type in what the text on the button is. For this, we're going to say play. Button action, you have many different actions here that you can do. Go to page, go to a random page. Go to a random page will allow you to select multiple different pages from the bottom of your screen, again, down here, which you can, and then it will just select randomly which one it goes to. For our purposes, we want it to just go to page, and the page we want it to go to is this one, so we will click on our second page there. And then there's this extra action of save user entry, which can be useful specifically for bot protection and spam protection. For now, we're not going to use this. We're just going to build out the frame without this happening, without using this. But at the end, I'll come back to it and explain how we can use that. And there's also great features of requiring people to follow, like, or recast this, as well as adding a token gate. Which is great if you want the game to only be accessible to people with a certain NFT or a certain ERC20 token. Again, this game's going to be open to everyone. No need to follow, like, or recast. So yeah, that is that for this button. It will be named play. Go to page 2. Called Average Wolverine. Again, these names are random, so it's, again, a bit of bot protection and spam protection, so people can't guess the names. It is possible to use the frame dev portal, and I remember actually the first frame I ever built, the mint screen I just named it mint, and I noticed actually at some stage we got to about 50 mints real slowly, and then all of a sudden 40 mints just happened all at once because someone had guessed the mint. Had just guessed the URL was mint at the end, which was a massive oversight on my end, and and just like shared that, I guess, amongst their friends, and they all were able to mint without going through the necessary procedures. But yeah, that's okay. We won't be doing that this time. I've learned that lesson. All right, so we've got play, and we go to our second screen. So let's go to the second screen. So this gives you an idea of the game. The actual GIF is, first you will need to memorize the faces and the names. I made up this GIF using just Canva, nothing special. Took me 10-15 minutes. I got these photos as stock photos online. They're not real people. Well, I guess they are real people, but not people that don't want to have their faces seen. And I mean, this is a giveaway, right? So this is 3, 2, 1. Remember the faces and names. Go through, and the button we'll need is start. I think it was start quiz that I said there, and that will go to the next page. But first I'll need to create that page. So add a new page. And next page will be actually having to guess the name. So let's start with, who should we start with? Let's start with Sean. All right. Now the user will need to guess multiple choice who this is. So is it, let's say Bill. Let's put Sean as option 2, and should have thought of some names beforehand, hey, rather than trying to think of names on the spot. And let's say Steve. All right, so when we go start quiz, this has a missing target at the moment. So let's go to Sean. And there we go. And then when they click start quiz, that will be taken to Sean's screen. And what we actually need, so one of these will be correct, 3 of them will be incorrect. So we need to add a new incorrect page. Here's one I prepared earlier, very basic. It is good to actually name these pages for your own reference. I've always found, we'll call this game, and this one will be Sean. And from the Sean page, we have missing target. So Bill, incorrect name. So we'll go to the incorrect page. Sean, correct. So we'll go to the next page. We'll leave that for now. Greg, incorrect. Steve, incorrect. Okay, perfect. Let's add another page and let's actually move this here to make it a bit nicer. And our next one, let's say that will be Helen. Okay, so that means Sean, his correct page will go to Helen. Although I've actually uploaded the wrong image there. We don't want the name to be there. We want Helen to be this Helen. There we go. It's a bit of a giveaway if the name is there. Yes, I'm recording, I hope. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it looks like it. It's always a paranoia. Helen. Let's make her name have a capital letter. All right, and again, same process as Sean. Add 4 buttons. 2 will be correct. 1 will be correct, and 3 will be incorrect. So again, let's actually try. What are we doing here? Give her some names. So Lillian is incorrect, so that will go to the page incorrect. Let's say Ella. Again, these are actually names of other characters, so we're making it a little bit difficult now. Let's go with, here we go, trying to think of new names. Let's go with this one being correct, since I can't think of one right now. And then we'll go with, I really should have thought of some names beforehand. I'm going to go with Zara, because I just saw the letter Z. There we go, and that will be incorrect, obviously. And yeah, and another actual convenient way to do it, rather than having to write out the everything all over again, you can just go duplicate current page. So then it already has four buttons, and then we'll go with Jacob next. Rename this to Jacob. And again, we'll have to obviously adjust these buttons because this is a man now. Let's say Greg. Did I do Greg already for Sean? Yeah, I did. Oh man, I need to try and think of some new names. Let's go Fred. All right, this was a bad idea. Let's go David. And let's go Simon. And here we'll go with his real name, which is Jacob. Okay. And as this one is actually incorrect now, so there you go, incorrect. And this one will be the correct one. So let's go back to Helen and add Jacob as the correct one. And let's duplicate Jacob to who's next? That would be Timothy. Perfect. And Jacob's correct one will be going to Timothy. Perfect. And I mean, you can already see how this game is sort of taking shape. Let's look at this to get some inspiration for names. Philip. All right, wrong name, Philip. Actually, let's make number 1 the correct one. Okay, number 1 is Timothy. And wait a second. Yeah. Number 1 is Timothy, and that goes to correct, but yeah, what we'll do, we'll sort that out in a minute. Number 2 is Philip, which was incorrect. And let's make some new names. Maybe Roger. And maybe, let's see, Nick. Have I done Nick yet? I don't know, probably. All right, cool. So they're all incorrect, and we need to add actually, let's add one new page anyway. This will be our success page. Where is success? There you go. And this will be a little bit different for Timothy. Timothy will not just go to the page. Timothy is going to mint an NFT. And this NFT will be the one that essentially proves that you passed the quiz. So by holding this NFT, you'll sort of have proof that you have completed the quiz successfully. And essentially it means that here we will go save user entry, as people will they'll want to mint multiple times, so we need to save this user entry to make sure that they can't mint multiple times. I have some other test one here, but what you will do is you will actually deploy a new contract to mint this NFT. I'm going to mint 250 of these NFTs. On the real one, for this test one, I'm going to mint one. And the NFT will just be brain test, and the image I will be using for the real NFT will be a little Milo version of our boys. But for the one here, let's just use a different image, maybe one of Sweet Timothy. He will be our decoy NFT. And again, you can choose the chain. I guess in future there'll be more chains. At the moment it's just base. And you deploy the contract. That will prompt your wallet to sign something, most likely. It's not working at the moment, of course. Maybe I just need to log back into my wallet. I'm not sure. All right, cool. All right. Anyway, you sort of get the picture here. It's typical that this doesn't work, and I can't refresh it because that's another thing. Don't refresh the page until you publish. Otherwise, this is experimental, this warpcast.tools. So if you refresh, you will lose your progress. So make sure you publish. It's actually quite good to publish. So this is optional to enter your Airstack ID. For me, I would definitely recommend going to this and getting your API key from Airstack and deploying it and adding it here. I'm not going to do that now as this is a public setting, and you should definitely always be keeping your API key secret. So go here and then you can click publish. Again, it's not wanting to work at the moment, which is beautiful. It's not going to work at the moment because I'm missing this NFT. I need to switch it to actually do something correct. Let's just say it will go back to the start. And actually, one thing we're missing is on the incorrect page. Let's go to the incorrect page. We need to add a button, and this button will be called Go to Start. And this will go back to the start, as it implies. And what I would recommend here is making this action save the user entry, so they can only click this Go to Start button once, and making a duplicate of this 4 times to add to each of the 4 entries. This is what I will be doing for the final version. For now, we can just leave it as one that doesn't save the user entry, because what will happen is people can just keep on guessing until they get all the way through to the NFT by just refreshing over and over again, which we don't want people to do. So basically, once they hit an incorrect screen, they can go back once, but if they get it incorrect twice, so basically they're not paying attention, they're just button mashing, trying to get their way through, it will stop them in their tracks. But for now, let's not do that. But yeah, it's important to take into consideration the potential for bots and spammers trying to take advantage of your cool frame. Okay, so let's publish this for real now. Publish. It's creating my frame. Very nice. So right now we don't have an NFT at the end, but I'll try and do that again once it's published, and I'll refresh and try and come back and show you how to create that. And once the frame is created, you literally can click this button, click on Frame Validator, you'll open a new tab. And it will show your very special frame. And there it is live. You can actually just copy this link here and share it on Warpcast or anywhere that supports Farcaster frames, and it will be usable. There you go, remember the names and the faces. Our little GIF is right there. We need to sit here and try and remember. I'm going to click Start Quiz because I'm pretty sure I remember already. All right, this one was Sean. Nice. This one was Helen, but let's get a wrong answer. Let's say Zara and see if incorrect comes up. Oh, and there we go. And now we go to start, and we have to start all over. Remember the names and the faces. Okay, and we have to go through. No messing about. This isn't an easy quiz. All right. Helen, who was this one? This one was Jacob. And this one was Timothy. But we'll need to add the mint button here, which won't actually work. But it just says incorrect, which is not, which it wasn't, but that's fine. So yeah, let's see if we can add that mint functionality in now. I will go here and I'll try it again. Let's deploy new contract. Let's go with Ella this time. Why not? Let's try 3. I don't know. Yeah, brain test. It's already there. Brain test. Maybe it needs a description. I don't know. Let's deploy that. It's not going to work, is it? I might need to refresh or disconnect and reconnect at the top there. Okay. All right. Let's go back to warpcast.tools, and I'll click Dead Simple Frame Creator. Maybe I can just refresh here. You see all my images are gone now, which is quite annoying. But thankfully, because I've deployed, it is here and we can edit. And because we can edit, let's adjust Sweet Timothy to mint an NFT. And again, deploy new contract. If this doesn't work, I will maybe call it, but I mean, you get the idea. You literally click deploy contract, and then it will pop up with a notification to allow you to deploy it. Again, it's not loving me at the moment. Ah, there it is. Okay. Contract deployed successfully. Perfect. All right. I think we're in business. So what we need to do now is choose a page for that to go to afterwards, which will be our success page. After minting, go to page. So you need to actually pick a page for that to go to, and it will go to our success. Yes, after minting. And now on the success page, what we can do, if you're really savvy, is actually allow the user to see that NFT. So where are we? Timothy. So it's called Brain Test, and it's on Mint Club. So you can actually go click Powered by Mint Club. So once you're on here, you can actually search for your NFT. You can actually click Creator Tools. I have a few here, but I will go back. Actually, I'll just search for it because I have many NFTs on here. So it was called Brain Test. There it is, with that beautiful image of Ella. It is backed by WETH, and the price is nothing essentially. So you get them for free. What you can do is click copy this link, or you can even see it on OpenSea and copy the OpenSea link. So these are the two ways of doing it. So what you can do is copy this link and then go back into warpcast.tools. Where are we here? And on the success screen, you can say view NFT and make it go to URL and just add that URL there. And then you click update frame. Again, I would definitely enter the Airstack API key here. It allows you to earn Moxie rewards. Yes. Frame has been successfully updated. Test. And we should be able to see this NFT now. If I can, pass the quiz, of course. Sean, Helen, Jacob, mate, these are like my best friends, these guys, I remember them all. And Timothy, let's see if that minted. Already registered. Okay, I see why. Well, there you go. It's always going to be an error. Let's make that not save the user entry, because I have clicked that before in a previous iteration, so that's why. So let's just not worry about that for now. I managed to nerf myself. If I was using a different account, it wouldn't have come up with that, but I saved the user entry. Here we go. Let's go start quiz. Sean, I'm going to get it wrong this time, I reckon. Helen. Jacob. Timothy. There it is, view NFT. And you'll see my linked account. I can actually sell one. I have a balance of 1. And I will receive 0 ETH for that, which is totally fair because I literally got it for free. But the idea of these NFTs is that rewards will be distributed to people that hold these NFTs, and there will be a maximum of 250. So reward pool will be, say, a certain amount of Milo and all the Moxie earned from this frame. Not this particular frame, because this is a test frame. So if you think of copying it, you'll just be giving me some nice Moxie rewards personally. But in the real frame, this will be... actually, let's give it another test. Since we're live streaming, we may as well just live stream for an extra minute or two and actually look through the entire game and make sure it's operating correctly. One of them is maybe I've written start quiz when it should be something else. Philip, Lillian, Simon, Timothy, sweet Timothy. Ready? Click start quiz to play. Done. Okay, let's go, Sean. And I think actually you might not need to save the user entry on Timothy because I think once you've minted once, it might not allow you to mint again. Let's have a look. Yeah, you already minted this NFT, which is great. Yeah, which works out well, I guess. Unless, I'm not sure how it saves the user entry. I would assume it's saved with your Warpcast ID. So you can only mint once even if you change the address. But that's another thing to test that I'll do in the final iteration before it goes live for bot protection and spam protection, always important. But I think I've spoken for long enough. I hope this was informative way and really gives some insight on how you need absolutely no coding understanding whatsoever. There's many useful tools now. For me, warpcast.tools is the best. They also have some other tools, Dead Simple Poll Creator, for example. Really, really cool. Definitely give that a crack. And Megaphone, which is coming soon, will allow you to just send direct tasks to a certain subset of followers and token holders. There's other versions of this as well, but Undefined, I don't know, is one of my favorite builders on Warpcast and Farcaster, and you should definitely give him a follow. All his products have been top notch: Mint Club, Farcards, and now Warpcast tools. And it's not just him; he's got a whole team behind him. So definitely give him a follow and definitely give it a go when you get the chance. All right, thanks heaps, everyone. I will stop streaming now. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day.